It's quite simple, man. If you are a huge AJ Styles fan like I am, press the free like button if you are intrigued and very interested with this new AJ Styles gimmick. Because me, man, I'm very interested on what they are doing with this new version of AJ Styles. Man, listen, I would love to see Lone Wolf AJ Styles versus CM Junk. Man, that's a dream match, especially when AJ don't like CM Junk as a person. Man, we have to see Lone Wolf AJ Styles versus CM Junk eventually next year. Listen, people know me by now, right? Where I don't post 2 videos per day, right? I don't post 2 videos in one day. That's rare, but I couldn't sit on this, man. I'm loving this new AJ Styles, man. And I bet you're wondering, what is this guy's character? Well, I've done some research. He is bringing back his old character from his last days in Impact Fake Pro Wrestling. This was his gimmick for the last 2 years in TNA, where he was like a lone wolf. He wanted no friends. He was very, very dark. He was like a badass, and he was just over the bullshit. That's what his character was. He was over the bullshit that he was going through. So he wanted his own company. He ain't trust nobody. He was a lone wolf, quiet badass that was very, very dark and very, very brooding. And I like this character. Listen, man, he is gonna mess around and get over by accident. I'm very, very intrigued by this new gimmick because nobody knows what the fuck he is. Is he a heel? Is he a face? It seems like Triple H is trying to do a lot of tweaking and a lot of experimenting in terms of, I see a lot of people that are fucking tweeners. They are not heels or faces, but they are just tweeners. Dude, Smackdown is filled with tweeners. But this new AJ Styles, man, holy shit. I'm a huge fan of this current AJ Styles. Like, I'm very intrigued. I'm very, very interested. And I don't know what this means for the Good Brothers, because it looks like he might be trying to push away the Good Brothers. Like, hey, I hope not. I hope he adds them to his new act, because they need something badly. Those guys are fucking floundering. They need AJ more than AJ needs them. But I don't mind this loner, badass, dark AJ Styles. Because, bro, I don't know what the fuck he is. Is he a heel or a face? That's the best part about it. And I love this dude is wearing jeans. I'm like, this is different. This guy has been wearing tights damn near since the year 2000, bro. I never saw him wearing no fucking jeans, man, in a fucking ring. Dude, this dude, he is wearing Diamond Dallas Page jeans. And me, I am the biggest fan of Diamond Dallas Page. I love that little rough little jean look. This fits AJ Styles and what he's going for. And I love that he's wearing all black. He don't act like AJ Styles no more. He changed his whole fucking gimmick, his whole fucking entrance. It's like he don't do no fucking hand signs. He changed his whole entire act. Hell, I wouldn't be shocked if he changed his damn music. At this point, dude, he might be the reason I watch SmackDown every fucking Friday just to see him. Because, man, I'm very, very intrigued by this gimmick. Because I don't know what the fuck it is. But what I'm told is this is his last gimmick in TNA. And if that's true, man, he is going to get over by accident. Okay? To a point where, man, I might want to see this AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. I'm sorry, man. I love Orton. I love Randy Orton. But, man, I'm more intrigued by this AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble. I would love to see this badass, dark AJ versus Roman Reigns, man. But most likely, I think Orton might win the triple threat match between LA Cosplay and AJ. I think most likely Randy might win because he is the bigger name. But, man, I would go with AJ because I don't know what the fuck he is. Like, imagine Roman Reigns versus AJ, who we don't know what he is. Is he a heel? Is he a face? He's nothing. But that's what makes it more entertaining. We don't know what the fuck this guy is, man. Why is he wearing jeans? Why is he wearing all black? That's what I want to know. Man, I'm telling you, man, he is going to mess around and get over. To a point where, man, people are going to want to see AJ versus Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble, man. I don't know what this AJ is going to do moving forward. It's like, I don't know what he is. Because he's trying to push away the damn Good Brothers. That's intriguing. Because he is the only reason those guys were brought back. So that is intriguing. Now, I watched a match between Solo and AJ Styles. It's crazy, bro. Nobody is trying to bring up the fact that Solo, he's no longer barefoot. I'm like, huh? I'm like, when did this happen? He wears boots? I'm like, nobody's trying to bring that up. It's like, you did not notice that? Solo Sikoa is now wearing boots. He's no longer barefoot? That was wild. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, nobody on Twitter, nobody's trying to bring up that fact that Solo is now wearing boots. That's like Matt Riddle wearing boots. That is a big deal. Like, why? Why is he wearing boots now? But now, what are my thoughts on the Authors of Pain being brought back with their old manager, with Ken Cross? I feel like that is a great idea. But when it comes to Triple H, dude, he is awful when it comes to booking factions. That's what I've noticed. For the past year, I've noticed he is shit when it comes to booking factions the right way. I don't know what Lashley and Montez Ford and Dawkins are. Are they heels, faces? What the fuck are they? But I feel like this is a great idea to bring back the Authors of Pain, because I feel like those guys should have never been fired in the first place. So that is a great signing. Now, what do I think about Butch? Man, I still love me some Butch. Dude, I hope they don't give back this guy's name. Please do not give this guy back his name. Hopefully, Sheamus will be brought back by next month. Hopefully Sheamus will be brought back as his tag team partner. But at the end of the day, please keep his fucking name. Who cares about it? Who cares about a name? The crowd is not going to care about this guy even more if you gave him back the Bruiserweight gimmick. Bro, that was not a gimmick. I don't see a huge separation between Butch and Peter Brady. I'm like, bro, they still got the same moveset. Nothing will change with his standing on the card. It's like Butch and Pete Sampras, like, bro, who cares about this guy's name in NXT? What does it matter? You can't be that much of a fucking mark. And I hate when people call this guy Pete Sampras. I'm like, bro, his name is Butch. Okay? Nobody cares about what the fuck he was in NXT. Let's move on. You can't be this much of a fucking mark. Listen, when it comes to the main roster audience, we don't know who Pete Sampras is. We don't know who Pete Rose is. We know Butch. That's it. Dude, just take it from there. Peter Brady is dead. Move on, bro. Fuck. Who cares about a name? It's only these smart marks who jerk off to work rate wrestling based on what he was in NXT. But listen, this is the huge irony of it, right? Pete Sampras, he still goes back to NXT. So what the fuck? There is no difference. Just keep his name as Butch. He worked his ass off to get that name over. Keep the fucking name. Let's move on. Why don't you support Butch? Support Butch. His name is fucking Butch. It's not gonna make a difference if he goes back to being named Peter Brady. Nobody gives a fuck. Okay? His name is Butch. That crowd is not gonna pop for him if he calls himself Pete Sampras. Again, nobody cares. Just keep the name Butch. His moveset will not change. He's still Butch at the end of the day. But fuck, man, I hope Triple H don't change this guy back to being Pete Sampras. It's like, bro, move the fuck on, man. His name is Butch. But I'm getting weird vibes. Man. Triple H might name him Pete Sampras again. He might name him Peter Brady again. He might name him the fucking Bruiserweight. I'm like, bruh, man, you don't know how mad I am right now? That yes, I am seeing vibes. I am seeing signs that he might go back to being the fucking Bruiserweight, the loserweight. This guy might go back to being the loserweight. That hurts my soul. Because Vince McMahon, he felt like that character was not going to get over. And he was right. Butch is over. You gotta be a sports entertainer on the main roster. It's not all about the work rate being serious, being some fucking fit Philly cosplayer. That's what Pete Sampras was. He was a fit Philly cosplayer. Facts on facts. No opinions. That is a fact. Right? Listen, Pete Rose, when he was in NXT, he was a Fit Finley cosplayer. Bro, that's not going to fly on the main roster. And Vince was right to name him Butch and give him a fucking over-the-top character. But at the end of the day, man, I'm getting weird vibes, man. He might go back to being the fucking loserweight. That hurts me. But this was a very, very good SmackDown. Decent. Very, very good SmackDown. But man, I'm very intrigued with seeing the Lone Wolf, AJ Styles, versus Roman Reigns. Come on, Triple H. You gotta make it happen. Or at least make it a fucking triple threat. Orton, the Lone Wolf, AJ Styles, and Roman Reigns at the World Rumble. Man, I am a mega huge fan of this new AJ Styles, man. He got the fucking Diamond Dallas Page jeans on. Bro, sign me up. Sign me up for whatever this AJ Styles is. Okay, I'm done.